So tell me, when you took the practice scholastic aptitude test, did you know the answers or did you guess? You rely on gimmicks to amuse your fans and act all urban to jack up your sound game. What's the matter with you? How come you rhyme monosyllabically? Is that to be shrinking your entire vocabulary? Your style's like garbage cans meant to be taken out on a weekly basis. Ever since your first record, you've been in a state of suspended animation. You look like Snuffleupagus and Australopithecus, me Craniopithecus. Enough about you, let's talk about me and how single-handedly I redefine the science of radio astronomy. Making Nobel Prize winners question the notions of reality. Oh, but I digress. You play sorry, I play chess. King's Pawn and E3 checkmate. Go get some Percocets. Some of it? Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were lactose intolerant. Makes you pass gas, frightens all the girls away. Only friends you keep are those you pay. Always on the ready for the wax snack attack. I carry sandwiches around in a straight edge style dance port backpack. Got the gadget, Q-Gate bomb. Control your mind, make you jump in a pond. Go quack, quack, and flap your arms, leave you confused but completely unarmed. I'm ashamed to admit that I've been fooled by the seductions of violence. People walking around with ugly auras. At times I've even tempted to seek the advice of Dr. Laura, but I ignore her. And I take a deep breath and count to 10. Ain't gonna let it get under my skin. Take a deep breath and count to 10. Think of all the nice places that I've been. Like back when I was waging peace against the Visigoths. I was tweeting the ancient mysteries via wise and philosoph. Run the body rhythm of celestial time. Wait for one to come to get it done and finish the rhyme.
Did you not know? You never know when the tag champs are going to just swoop in like a couple of fucking shithawks, man, and get you pumped up and ready in the middle of the damn week, because it's a Wednesday night What the Fuck show with the Mouth and Dennis for the tag team champs of talk radio, man. We're itchy. We get itchy sometimes during the week, and sometimes when we get itchy, we'll throw a little something together here, man. And so you've got us right here on a Wednesday night. Dennis, how in the fuck is it going, man?
Not bad. Hopefully people are tuning in. I was trying to post what I could on Facebook there, 5 or 10 minutes before I had a window. But hopefully people are tuning in. You know, ain't shit on TV tonight. Ain't much going on, so they might as well be tuning in. If not, they can catch the archive. I mean, I was looking at the stats. I mean, this network is getting a lot of views and whatnot, so that's always good. You know, that's important. But yeah, I mean, I just felt like talking on the radio, so
we're actually nearing almost 4,000 listens on mostly this show. We have other shows on the network, of course, ladies and gentlemen, but the majority of this has come from the Friday Night Super Show, where everybody seems to really like what we're doing there. We're getting a lot of requests of different people who want to be guests on the show, want to bring different topics to the show. I'm trying to deal with it as best I can, kids, but shoot, it's hard to get all you guys booked up, man. We're looking at almost being booked up on guests for the foreseeable next 2 months. So, you know, it's going to be another epic summer like we always do. You know, it's amazing, you know, Dennis, how the nice weather comes along, and you know, there's more time for people to be up and out, and yet they still every Friday night are tuning into us, man. It's crazy. We draw stupid numbers in the summer. I don't understand it.
Well, I don't either. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but, you know, it's not new. Friday Night Super Show has been doing that, whatever network it's on. You know, and other people out there that do shows, do shows during the week, you know, the community has been building over the years. You know, I get people all the time sending me messages and shit that they found out through a mutual friend or something that the show was on, or like when we had John on, you know, when Fairhurst was on a couple weeks ago at Friday. Just a bunch of people, like a good 5 or 6, maybe 10 people were coming and telling me, you know, they'll check out the show. And but yeah, I mean, it continues to grow. Like I said, it's a community that, you know, it reminds me of the Coalition. You know, the Coalition is still alive, but, you know, we're kind of, we're slowing down.
We're kind of all doing our, branching out, you know, and doing our own thing. And that's an important thing, though, that I want to mention with the Coalition is that, you know, while everybody's out branching out doing their own thing, we're not jumping on each other's shows as much as possible, we always got each other's back, man. And all the different things that we're doing are all part of the big thing that we're trying to bring together with everybody, man, waking motherfuckers up, man. You know, that's what we do.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, like I said, just when I ran out before the show, there was an old guy in McDonald's, I'm sorry, because I went to 7-Eleven too, but there was an old guy in McDonald's sitting next to me, you know. I just sat down and was looking at shit real quick. But he was really enjoying his coffee, man. Like, I can't describe it to you, but when he took a sip, it was like, you know, like a Pepsi commercial or something. He was like, and I was like, later on, man, if you're not doing shit, you know, it's going to plug the show that I'm going to be on here in a little bit. He was like, oh, yeah, I'll check it out. You know, and he's probably at McDonald's right now listening to it. So, I mean, I try to network where I can to let people know what's going on. But at the same time, I mean, there's so much shit going on. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I told you before the show, you know, I've been keeping my eye on this thing in D.C., but, you know, the media is just, they're consumed. When I went up there earlier, you know, I was hanging out for a few minutes, and all CNN was talking about was conspiracy theories. They're like, oh, they even said 9/11 was an inside job, and I had to, like, my ears perked up. I was like, wait a minute. What? And they went into a whole list of conspiracy theories, because we all know CNN is the expert when it comes to conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
And then it segued into Trump and the wiretapping and everything else that they've been covering for the last 3 weeks, because they can't find anything else to report on. Not to mention this pedophile situation in Washington, D.C., which they don't want to cover because
none of them are reporting it.
Lying in their pocket.
None of them. You know? And then that's the most sickening and disgusting thing about it, kids. It's, you know, regardless of all the corruption and crap and stealing from you via taxation and imprisoning you in this police state, open-air prison that they've done, that we've been talking about for a long, long time. One of the most important things that we've been trying to bring to people's attention is the child trafficking shit that's been going on world fucking wide, man. And, you know, here we got in D.C. just this year alone, okay? Remind you kids, it's not even fucking April yet, okay? But in just D.C. alone, what, 500 kids?
Yeah.
And then 500 kids gone. Gone!
So, I mean, like Kent was talking about Friday night, I mean, you can speculate, you know, that's part of it, but, I mean, how much longer can we deny this shit? Because this is not the first year. This is just an outrageous 3 months in the first year. It seems almost like... But this is nothing new.
It seems like a bunch of freaks who are just getting ready to be figured out, trying for their last big push. You know, we got to harvest as much quote-unquote crop as we can because they're about ready to fucking squeeze the shit show on us. And...
Yeah, and even before WikiLeaks, you know, the Franklin cover-up, I mean, I posted about that earlier, but that's, again, something I try to bring up to people is, you know, these, I mean, what can you say about it? And like I said, the media has a narrative where this is not important to discuss because, like I said, this is far-reaching. This is the reason why the FBI investigating this. They're probably going to drop the ball again because they're involved. And you know, again, I don't have 100% concrete proof on that, but essentially that's how this shit is going on. Because people are turning their head away and letting the shit they're allowing it to happen. So
I'm a little bit older.
It's gonna.
And I come from a rural, well, relatively small town. I can still remember the days when half of this city as it stands today wasn't even fucking here. It was all fucking cornfields around here. But it was in the early 80s. We had it's pretty famous nationwide story, Johnny Gosh, a missing kid named Johnny Gosh. And we had another one, Eugene Martin, around the same time. That when I was about 5 or 6, this is when I first started remembering it, and these kids disappeared. Every single day on the news for like months. And I'm talking months. Everything that I could possibly remember, they talked about these kids. Look out for these kids. You could see them. That's when the whole thing I started putting the missing kids on milk cartons. You notice how that's gone away. You know, they used to actually do this. They used to actually cover and look for children. I mean, who's that John Walsh guy? He was doing that for decades, man. Finding missing children and trying to return them back to their parents and trying to bust these child trafficking rings. Where's John Walsh today? Where's anybody today trying to do this? Why aren't kids on milk cartons anymore?
No, I'm saying this isn't, just run-of-the-mill shit. I mean, this is pretty serious, if you ask in my opinion on it. So, yeah, in 3 months, I mean, here's another thing, right? When you hear the term fake news, it's always fake news when it goes against the establishment or the global elite. This is fake news, right? This is not fake news because this is documented. And like I said, it's still continuing to happen. Hopefully the next 3 months we won't see this shit continuing. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it used to be when I was growing up, a missing child, the whole community. I mean, we get Amber Alerts and shit like that. But, here in D.C., I mean, that's pretty, that's not really a coincidence to me, man, because, like I said, you're dealing with this shit right in D.C., the DMV right here.
D.C., the home of the most sickest criminal elite, just power-hungry, meandering bastards that have possibly ever donned a $600 suit. And no, we're not supposed to believe that there's nothing bad going on there. 500 kids go missing in the first 3 months of the year. But
I guarantee you, Lee, I just want to point this out. I guarantee you, if this was a small rural town, on the skirts of the suburbs somewhere, people be, maybe we should look into this. But since it's right here, and again, the people controlling it are the people that control what is dictated to the people as far as news, et cetera, and like I said, when this shit finally implodes, I mean, it's really going to be like the 4th of July. Like, it's just going to blow up. It
is.
I mean, this is ridiculous, man. Like I said, it's something I want to let people know about, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, this is nothing new, and for 3 months out of this year, this is pretty bad. This is, 500 kids that I don't know how many have been returned or been found. I mean, I haven't even looked that deep into it. But that alone, 500, that's a massive number.
Yeah, that's an incredibly ridiculous number for just 3 months into a year, dude. And even if 490 of them were found, what happened to another 10? I mean, who's to say that 490 of them were all found alive? You don't know these things. And the whole problem is that there are sick motherfuckers out there stealing kids. Stealing kids, man.
Like I said, this it goes deeper than politics in D.C. too. I was going through, where Shitbook gives you a recap of the last year or whatever. So last year I was going through my shit, and it was like 2013. I found a story about Mike Jones. He used to be a shitty rapper, I think from Houston.
Mike Jones.
Paul Wall.
Dirty South.
Who? Mike Jones. Yeah, he was charged with sex trafficking. He got caught red-handed. But a lot of these motherfuckers do this shit.
Wow.
It's all part of what they do, man. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you you get up there, you get rich in the league? Is that the whole thing? Is that they've heard my shows? They know that, no, Lee, you can't never win the lottery or be successful fucking anything because you won't pet her chow ass. Well, fuck, let me die dirty and poor in my shithead little fucking duct tape camper. I don't give a fuck. If that's the cost of being rich and successful, fucking keep it. I hope you choke on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that may go into people that become famous and fucking go off the rails. You know, multiple stories of people that obtain success and, they're happy. No, they're not happy because they're involved in shit like this. And like I said, I can't pinpoint exactly where all this shit is going on, but, you know, kind of suspect, man. Like I said, you got the nation's capital, DMV area, Virginia. You know, it's DMV, what we call it here. So, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, in this little area. And like I said, this is nothing new. Last year was, I can't even remember the number, but it was a large amount of missing children and young adults. And it's just fueling this sex trade, this whatever you want to call it. You know, the whole shit is going on.
And that's and they're getting ready to start silencing. I think it was Norway that canceled Dr. Phil's show after he had that woman on who talked about how she was sold by her parents. Sold, mind you, this for currency. They traded their child for currency. I don't know how that can enter into anyone's mind ever. Okay, I will cut off my dick and throw it in the river before I fucking trade one of my kids for any type of fucking coin. That's for sure. But still, and yet, this happened, and she was sold over and over again to the rich and powerful, to these elite people for sex, just to be a sex slave. Now, how sick and depraved you got to be to want to have sex with a child is, disturbing enough as it is. But the fact that people are actually selling their children into this, I mean, I've done every fucking drug there is known to man. More than once. None of them are that fucking good. None of them. I've had great amounts of pussy all over this fucking country. None of them are that good to sell my children into sex slavery. Nothing. There's no exquisite fucking rapture bestowed upon by the Heavenly Father. If you want to accept that into your fucking life, that's your fucking problem, not mine. But nothing that God could ever give me would ever be in trade. Nothing the devil could ever give me would ever be good enough to trade my children or to sell my children into sex rings. But yet people are doing this. And the mainstream media, they sit there, well, they'll tell you about which mocha you should get this year and what are the best technology deals for this spring. But they're not going to tell you about how 500 kids are disappearing in one fucking small area in 3 months' time. They're not going to tell you about all these pederasses getting busted all across the country and all across the planet in the last 6 months. Because that's happened. They're not going to... Wait a minute. There was an NBC report about how Hillary may have covered it up while she worked for the State Department. They're fighting to lynch that bitch. That bitch ain't never going to get another office again.
It reminds me of this... I can't remember her name, but it was a book that came out, Transformation of America or something like that, where this woman was talking about the same shit that this lady was talking on Dr. Phil. She was like, they trauma-based mind control you, MK Ultra, whatever, and just, you know what I'm saying, just beat this woman down, sexually, mentally, physically, whatever. And she ended up writing a book about it, but...
well, it's like what was read in the Podesta emails, where he's, questioning the kid, going, what's my name? And they go, well, I don't know. No, my name is Daddy from now on. And That's the fucking sick-ass shit that these people would do. That's what they're doing to these kids, man. And if you don't if people don't start making a big stink about this and start fucking standing up and being just absolutely pitchforks and torches in the fucking air about this, these stupid suit fucking dummy rapist fucking cunt bags are going to keep doing this. And I'm sorry for the language on a Wednesday night, kids. I know you're expecting this out of me on a Friday, and I usually don't do it too awfully much on the other shows during the week. But for fuck's sakes, when it comes to this topic, I'm sorry. I'm not fucking waiting and tiptoeing around your little fucking feelings or worried about whether you're offended by what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is offensive enough to me. Sans cuss words. I mean, come on.
I mean, like I said, it's one of these things, man, where it's been coming up, and it needs not only a solution, but I need answers to it. I need to understand why all this shit is happening. But at the same time, it's not my favorite subject. It's not something I want to tell people about. But people, pretty much, if you live in an area I'm in, Virginia's one thing, but D.C., Maryland. Yeah, your kids are surrounded by sharks, literally. Mm-hmm. And, if you really care about your kids the way people say they do, you might want to be aware of this and know that this shit really happens. And down the line, like I said, if some shit comes out where we're validated on this, it won't surprise me. Because, like I said, these motherfuckers in D.C., this is another thing to throw into the whole conversation, is that political power, people that work their way up through politics, they have ways of incriminating you. So if you later on you go against the grain, they'll be like, oh, what about this? And they'll have some situation where you are involved in something that you don't want anybody to know about, and that's really twisted, man. You got to be initiated
into their gang.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah, it's and some people say, well, you can't compare that to street gangs. Well, no, some of them I can. Because, you get initiated into a gang in one way, like say, oh, well, what's the popular street way? A bunch of guys beat you up. Well, you know what? You're already involved in an assault case according to the legality of the law, and you could probably prosecute each and every one of them for it. But you accept it because you want to be a part of that. And that's what these fucking politicians, suit dummy cunt bags do. Okay? Is they get in there and they're like, yes, I'm in here, I want to serve the will of the people and my constituents and everybody that helped me run. God, I'm so thankful that I can get in this position to help and do good. And the politicians going, yeah, no. You just get beat in first. And what that means is they get you to do something where they can have some dirt on you. Because, you know what? In the same situation of not reporting all the gang members beating you up, that also puts you in the position of not reporting a crime, which, of course, in most states, almost 49 out of 50, ladies and gentlemen, including your little Puerto Rico, you will get prosecuted for not reporting a crime, even if that crime is against you.
Yep. And I want to point this out, too. This is interesting to think about later on. The cartels from Mexico and multiple different organizations that control the drug trade. Trafficking people is big business. So the cartels, even in Mexico, they traffic people over the border. That's a major income for them. However, they have to do it, and they actually extort people. If they can't pay the money, they'll hold your relative until you can come up with the money. And if you don't come up with the money, they'll either send them back or something else. But yeah, human trafficking, the sex traffic shit. This is nothing new. But like I said, when a news story comes up like this, again, even if 500 is exaggerated, for me, 20 kids missing is way too many, or whatever age they are, whatever age they fall into. So, yeah, when I saw this first start coming up, the page on Facebook, Thought Crime Mafia, has really been hammering this story down people and letting people know what's going on through memes and shit. But you want to get in the comments and laugh because the shit is, it's a funny picture or something, but it's not funny. It's not a fucking joke. Mm-hmm. But these things are really happening. And, you know, I don't know how people can function knowing shit like this is going on, let alone all the other shit that's going on. Like I said, CNN, their most important news story is covering conspiracy theories and how crazy everybody is. And, you know, they have a narrative. They have a script to follow. They do. And that's what they do.
What's ridiculous about it is they haven't changed that script for fucking 40 years, man. It's like, come on, dude. Some of us are going to get hip to it. I mean, yeah, I smoke pot all day and fucking drink all fucking night. I still know what you're doing, you dummies. Come on, man. It doesn't take fucking rocket appliances. I really don't understand, Dennis, why in the fuck nobody else is able to grasp onto this. I mean, am I just some sort of hybrid that, you know, all of a sudden can see above the fucking trees? Yeah, I'm not that tall. I'm only 6'3".
No, I mean, when you, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but eventually, you know what I'm saying, we all went through whatever we went through to get us to not realize, but maybe ask questions about what's going on. And then, you know, the media tied into that, the way corporations work here in the United States and the mainstream media being tied into that. You know, these are not trustworthy people, and these are the same people that tell you, you know, vaccinate your children, and anybody that's against that, you know, it's the same thing. Anything that goes against their narrative is fake news or conspiracy theories, you know, and it's nothing new. Like you said, this has been going on for a while, but, you know, it's just really sad, man. These people get on TV and smile in your face. And same thing with TV commercials. As soon as they go to a TV commercial, it's, hey, everything's fine. And then they're trying to sell you death and destruction and everything else that's wrong with the world. Yep. But that's the media. You know what I'm saying? And they won't cover this story because this is even too dark for them. And this trickles down to the people that sign their checks and shit. So of course they're not gonna, we need to cover this shit going on in DC. And, you know, this happens throughout the country. This is not D.C., but like I said, in 3 months, 500, that's very alarming. That's almost Chicago numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know.
Not as bad as Chicago, but that's another thing I want to point out.
No, it's ranking right up there.
Trying to calm down. You know, we get 2 or 3 murders a weekend now from Chicago, but it's going to pick back up. You know what I'm saying? Chicago's on pace, even this year, to outdo itself from last year, but you know, it happens to us. We can't go missing all the time. There's some sick motherfuckers in the world.
There are, and it's been too long that this stuff is going on. And I mean, you know, people fucking want to sit there and call us fucking whiny and then you protesting. Oh man, the world is hard. Wear a fucking helmet. You know what? Why? Why should I have to fucking wear a helmet? Why should everybody have to fucking wear a helmet? Why the fuck can't we just fucking coexist? I mean, it's not really that fucking, you know, bizarre of a concept for people to not kill each other. I mean, I know you guys have been fed the culture of death and war and everything, and that's just great, and blah, 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 blah. It really isn't. This culture of death and war has led us down this path to where we've got, how many thousands of people dying in Chicago, 500 kids disappearing in the D.C. area, fucking shit, we're bombing the fuck out of fucking countries all over the place. Killing civilians. 233 civilians killed in Syria in the last month by us. You, little Mr. and Mrs. America taxpayer. And we think this is okay. The whole ideal of killing other people is not fucking okay, man. It's not. I don't care what fucking stupid book you read, Quran, Bible, fucking whatever the Jewish book is. I don't give a fuck. It all boils down to one thing. Don't fucking kill each other, you morons. Holy fuck. I feel like I'm channeling the old man right here. I feel like I feel his spirit coming in here and going, maybe that's why I'm cussing so much, because you fucking morons can't fucking grasp the concept of stop killing each other for shit. Oh my goodness.
I can't do that.
No, it did just sound like my dad. That was fucked.
You know, the gods are hungry and they're starving. They need their sacrifices. Whatever, you know, that's another thing. But, yeah, I skipped over that. I forgot, you know, last week or probably this time last week, this story was coming out in Syria. Oh, you know, at the time there was 33 civilians that were, you know, running for their lives because this shit was going on, and they killed them. Whether it was an accident or not, I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, stop doing the shit you're doing. Just
especially when it's, you know, it just came out with, like you said last week with WikiLeaks, that fucking everything we said about how the CIA had formed ISIS, yeah, and how the CIA and the Pentagon and the FBI have different factions out there that are actually the ones fighting and formulating this goddamn war. Yep, that we all just kind of got verified with all that, and still and yet, nobody's standing at the White House going, why are we bombing countries? Nobody's standing at, no, they're worried about what Cheetos fucking taken away. Oh, no Meals on Wheels? Where the fuck do you think he's funneling all this money, man? It's to fight, it's to go bomb and keep building the American fucking empire. Come on.
He's golfing. Yeah, and let me tell you something. If that airstrike had happened in Israel, it'd been all over the fucking news. But since it's in Syria,
shit, you're damn right.
We'll just chalk it up as casualties of war. We'll just chalk it up as our bad. We're sorry. People should be held accountable for the shit that they do. Whoever did that should be tried and whatever. You should be punished for what the fuck you did. Even if the commanding officer just put a fucking bullet in their fucking brain and save us all, because obviously he's too incompetent to know there might be people in the building that you're bombing. You got all this radars and infrared technology. Them motherfuckers knew somebody was in that building.
They did.
Don't fucking lie.
They can't even fucking begin to pretend. They knew goddamn well that there are going to be civilian casualties, and they just didn't give a fuck. And that's what it's boiled down to. I mean, you know, before maybe they had to tiptoe around Obama's little sensitive ass, you know, as their commander-in-chief at that point in time, and now they're like gung-ho. They don't give no fucks because old fucking Mussolini hairdo fucking... this fucking guy, he's all fucking for it. He's like, bomb the fuck out of them. I don't care, don't really know, as long as nobody really bothers me about it. And here and yet, what happens? The American empire continues to build, because who's bitching about Trump bombing anywhere? No one. Nobody. You think that the mainstream media, the liberal left, would be leaping all over this? Do you hear about it on CNN? No. Do you hear about it on fucking, from the Huffington Post about how many fucking drone strikes are going on under Trump? No. No. Because those, at least they've learned one lesson. It's shut your fucking mouth, because you didn't say anything when your buddy did it for 4 or 8 fucking years. And literally drone bombed the fucking shit out of everything. And now all of a sudden, you know, Hairdo's going to be back and doing it. And fucking, now it's nobody's saying anything. It's just continuously build the American empire, or the war machine has to keep on going, man. And that's what it's all about. You know, I'm pretty sure day one they checked in and said, don't even think you're stopping a war. Well, fuck, we will Kennedy your ass in a second.
It's the same shit. It's the same story. But at the same time, you know, I posted a picture or something, and people, you know, were commenting. They were like, well, you know, it's like, is America great again yet? Because I'm not sure, but it was just a picture I posted. And in the comments, people were like, well, maybe you're part of the problem. And it's the same fucking story. It's people latching on to fucking presidents and politicians, believing, this is the funny part, believing that these people really give a shit about you or this country. Donald Trump doesn't give a flying fuck about you. He don't care about none of this shit. Except, expanding, you know, the empire. And if you're not down with that, they got 2 words for you. And that's about the end of the story. But it's funny because people I've been friends with for years, you know, as long as I was going after Obama, everything was fine. But now, you know, Trump, this motherfucker, you know, he could get on TV and kill a puppy, and these people would be like, oh, well, he had to do that. He's making America great. He had to do that. It doesn't matter. They're still going to follow this fucking idiot. Even when he's out of office, whoever comes in, it's going to be the same fucking bullshit. Where people just need somebody to be like, yeah, he's a leader. He's leading. Where the fuck is he leading us to? That's my point. Where are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to go. Where do we go? Where are we going that we need a leader of the free world, right? And like I said, I lose friends, I gain friends. That's not the point. It's just that people, you know. I have a few family members of mine that are they're part of his army. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'm not here to throw campaign slogans at you and T-shirts and stupid fucking hats and shit. You know, I'm trying to help you understand what's going on. And they rebel against me because he's such an amazing president. He's going to fix everything. I don't see it happening, man.
He's not going to. As a matter of fact, he's quite frankly making it worse. You know, he's just going along with the whole totalitarian dictator style leadership with the executive orders and when this is going to happen, this is going to blah blah blah, and the Congress is, you know, playing the game. We're trying not to look like we're not trying to, you know, take away all your freedoms all at once, you know, but he's really, that's what he's doing. I mean, and that's what the job was when he got into office. I'm pretty sure that's the way it was explained to him because his thick hairspray, you know, it coats his brain so much that he can't fucking exactly think straight all the time, and then this is not an excuse. It's just who you fucking idiots decided to vote for. But I don't think that, I think he has that Neanderthal-type mentality. I think he does. You know, take away freedoms, build more war. Okay.
Because
Trump
he doesn't work the shit we work or have to struggle the way we struggle. He doesn't identify with any of us unless you're a billionaire or a millionaire. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He's speaking to those people. He's not speaking to us. And that's what people don't understand. Even when Obama was in office, he wasn't speaking to you. He was speaking to the corporate ties and the people that can fatten his fucking pockets. You know, Donald Trump doesn't need too much more money, but what can he really fucking do? You know what I'm saying? To really make this better. I don't really, I mean, if day one he got in there, he was like, the Fed's got to go, you know, hammering out shit, just getting rid of all this shit that we know is the infection of the United States, the cancer that we all deal with. If he was doing that, that'd be one thing. But it's not changing. I mean, he can sign all the shit he wants to fucking sign. His bill that got thrown out with Obamacare or whatever the fuck was going on with that. Mm-hmm. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know, I just don't see it, man. I don't see 3 years from now, America's going to be this fucking utopia where everything's going to be amazing. And even if he gets reelected
it's impossible.
For another 4 years, I mean, he could get this dude 20 years, and he's not even in a position to fix a fucking thing because look at his cabinet. Oh, I'm going to drain the swamp.
It's impossible because
of fucking crocodiles.
Yeah, he comes from the position and from the mindset of, well, you know what, if I were president, you know what I would do? Like, no, wait a minute. You don't understand what the office of president actually entails. It doesn't entail this dictatorship philosophy. But unfortunately, for the last, say, let's be kind and say 100 years, that's what these motherfuckers' mentality is. Oh, I'm going to be president. I'm going to get in there and change things. I'm going to make things good. I'm going to do this and blah, blah, blah. And even if you think you've got the best fucking intentions, okay? See, Barack Obama may have been a fucking saint from God sent down and we don't even know. But the fucking path to hell is paved with good intentions, man. And there is no way that one man can change the fate nor guide the destiny of 300 million people, let alone 7 billion. Ever. It's not ever going to work. You will fuck it up. Okay? You will.
True.
There's no chance in hell of it, Dennis. I mean, we could be the most endearing and beloved sons of bitches in the world, which quite frankly we are, and yes, we're that pretty too, kids. You've got to understand, it's not our position to rule you. We can guide you, advise you, but in the end, it's your fucking decision to do what you want to do. Okay, if you want to go out and stand in the middle of Main Street and beat your meat like a fucking retard, that's up to you. Just know there are consequences Dennis and I would advise against that. They make banks for that. You can make a little bit of money, you know. There's always the porn shop booths, the nudie booth. You know, jizz moppers need to make money too. Keep the economy going. They say there are better paths than fighting and being violent and trying to kill each other over stupid crap, man, or being subjected to an intense form of inscrutable illegalities and basically illegalized slavery, you know, to a sitting existence of being just an idiot, man.
No, I'm saying, in my opinion, the tables just turned again. You know, we get the two-party system. So for the last 8 years, everybody, I'll be so glad. You know, you had the majority of people that were upset that Obama was president and everything he was doing. And then there was a majority of people that were, you know, the liberal assholes that were like, this is the greatest president. The tables have just turned. Now people are like, now things will change. You know, it's the same fucking bullshit. Where have these people been? What have you been paying attention to for the last at least 16 years, 17 years? You haven't been paying attention because they can throw anybody they want to in office. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't even matter if Jesus came down and was like, I'm running for president, and Jesus was president. There would still be some speculation on my behalf. I'd be like, wait a minute. Something ain't right here. Yeah. And then when the tables turn, now we're back where we are. You know, all the Republican side of aspects of everything, everything's, just give them time. Just give them 4 years. Just give them 4 years. What the fuck difference does it make?
No, they would have given 4 years. I ain't trying to give no motherfuckers 4 years. That's why I don't vote. Because I ain't trying to give none of these motherfuckers no motherfucking years. I'm sorry.
When the tables are turned, when he's gone, shit'll be fucked up. And then, you know, the other party will throw somebody else up, you know, and be like, now, you know, we'll hear all the campaign slogans again.
Yep. This guy, you know, he was so great. You know, John McCain was a war hero. Ted fucking Cruz has a gerbil in his butt. Christie ate 3 less biscuits today. You know, fucking, it's all the. As soon as they decide that that's who they want to put up, then here comes the propaganda blast. Up one side, down the other. The mainstream media sits there and acts like we're just a bunch of fucking dullards, a bunch of fucking doe-eyed cows standing out in the pasture waiting for them to feed us with something. And it's like, wait a minute, you know, after a while, even the dumbest cow realizes not to walk into the fucking electric fence, okay? And that's what you guys are pretty much putting up, is this big fucking smoke screen of, well, this is just the only way it needs to be done. So, you know, even though this guy that we've trashed for, you know, 8, 12 years or how many ever times he's run is now all of a sudden the president, then we're going to tone back what we've been saying about him and what we've been, the information we've been putting out about him. Or even though we've been hyping up this person forever, then, you know, now we're just not going to talk about them at all like they don't fucking exist, because let their war crimes go on unnoticed.
That's what I'm saying. It's nothing new. When Obama was in office for 8 years, the media, they were praising him. The liberal media, everything he did, you know, and anyone that came against it was shot down. Now that the tables have turned, their job is to discriminate and throw all the shit they can at this individual. Now, again, don't get me wrong, it is kind of interesting to watch, but it's not entertaining because they did this when Bush was in office. All the shit he was doing. Bush is worse. He's the worst. That's all you get from CNN and Fox News right now is that, come to find out he was being wiretapped. So what are you going to say now, motherfuckers? What are you going to say? And then they never mention that they're wiretapping all of us. They never bring up that, since the president, you know, he's special and important. He's Donald Trump. You know, it's a big deal, but I have a problem with being yapped and wiretapped. You know what I'm saying? I don't need these motherfuckers watching me. That's a waste of taxpayer money, and I don't know why the fuck they're doing it. They need to be wiretapping these pedophiles in D.C. How about that? Can you do that?
They already do wiretap them. They call it recording Congress.
Can you do that? Can you find them?
Here's what I think. Here's what I'm going to do.
They're worried about what I'm doing.
As a voice on the radio that talks to a lot of people, and a lot of people like to listen to our show, I'm going to start this campaign right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think I want you all to get on board. Dennis, this is brilliant. I just came up with this. Every politician in Congress and the Senate is now hereby declared a pedophile. Yes. You don't want to do nothing about it? Fine. You're just as bad as they are, baby fuckers. That's what you all are. From now on every show I ever do, Congress and the House and Senate, all that shit, the president all the way up, you're all nothing but a bunch of baby fucking pedophiles. That's it. Period. I don't care if you have 4 kids that never touched a baby in a wrong way in your life. You're a fucking pedophile. Justin DeMoss, pedophile. Rand Paul, pedophile. Mitch McConnell, pedophile. Lindsey Graham, definite fucking pedophile. Sorry. You're all just a bunch of baby-touching fucking fucks, and I hate you all. That's what you are. That's what you know. You want to protect them all. You want to let them all go run around and fucking sell kids here and fuck them. You're all just fucking pedophiles. Fuck you all. Each and every last one of you. I'm sick and goddamn tired of this shit. You want to group all of us like we're just a bunch of slaves? Guess what? You're a bunch of fucking pedophiles. Now, all you kids out there that are listening to what I'm saying, you want to be ruled by fucking pedophiles. I don't, and I refuse to, and I implore you not to. Go ahead, Dennis. I need a beer.
No, the thing that blows my mind is that, again, the FBI headquarters is right here, Quantico, Virginia. Now, these motherfuckers can find a Unabomber through forensic files or whatever they can do. We solved the case. Now, this situation in D.C. is going on, and like I said, they look like Dewey from fucking Scary Movie. Like, oh, shut up, get people. They know what the fuck they're doing because they're involved.
Yep.
They're involved in the shit. They're involved in protecting them. So you are right. Yeah, I mean, just a
That's right. Yeah, let's not stop at the House and Congress. I mean, man, you just inspired. Let's not stop there. Let's go FBI. Let's go CIA. Let's go DOD. Let's go DOE. Let's go all of those. Every single goddamn government incorporation that you have out there, your department of whatever the fuck, it might as well be Department of fucking Babies, because you're all pedophiles. You're all pedo protectors. You're baby fucking snatchers, and I fucking hope you all burn.
Yeah, and here's an interesting thing too. When Pizzagate was going on, you know, when people were when this story broke, where was this pizza place located? In D.C. Wow. So that makes you think, what else they got going on there? You know, just mind blowing shit. Like I said, I watch these shows where the FBI can catch somebody because they left an eyelash on the fucking floor after a murder, but you can't catch none of these pedophiles. What's going on?
Well, and then supposedly when they do catch them, then mainstream media ain't gonna say something. You know, I see reports and reliable reports of 150, 250, some 750 arrests, and you can't get a 5-minute segment on the motherfucking Today Show or CBS This Morning or whatever the stupid fucking ABC show is or whatever the other ones are. For fuck's sakes, man. Serious? Oh, because that might bring public awareness to the fact that people are raping babies all over the fucking place?
Yeah, you can't have that.
God damn it, man.
You know, everybody knows government is fucking trash, but nobody wants to understand that this is how deep it goes. And like I said, they're going to go to the Grove here in the summertime. You know, who knows what goes on there. But multiple stories of male prostitutes, and probably, sure, Justin Bieber's been there a few times. That's another reason why they recruit these young pop idol teen stars that go through the Disney program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really want to get into it? You really want to talk about it? Because, like I said, this shit is real. They have a thing where they love to destroy the innocence of the youth, and this is...
They do, because that continues on their fucking, their disgustingness. It does. It continues on their legacy of crap. It looks like Big E joining us.
Yeah, before we bring into, I don't know if he's joining us.
Oh, looks like we just lost him.
No, I'm saying, even think about it.
The fuck?
So some of these pop idol princess, male and female, you know, come through Disney. When I was growing up, it was Mickey Mouse Club, you know, Britney Spears and shit like that. Later on, you get these teenagers that go through they do shows on the Disney Channel. Oh, it's all fun. Oh, it's all fun and games. The crowd's laughing. And then they captivate your young teenage daughter to be interested in Selena Gomez or
Miley Cyrus.
You know, Miley Cyrus, or even you know, whoever it is. Later on, these bitches lose their mind when they're about 18, 19 years old, because they're like, yeah, I'm an adult now. You know, I've been abused my whole life sexually, so now I can really let shit go, and then they exploit your children that way. So it's just a ongoing game that they fucking play. But there's a reason why they recruit these young stars. You know, they want to get your children. They want your children to be old. You know, they want your children to act like adults when they're fucking 14, and they want to get 18. They don't know what to fucking do, so they go around and be a whore and fucking fuck everybody. And Miley Cyrus does it, so I can do it.
Don't get me started on Miley Cyrus.
Big E, how's it going
anyway?
I don't know, man. Maybe she got hit with a wrecking ball. Who cares? Yeah, what's up there, boss? Mal, how you doing? Dennis Ford? Yo, man, that show with Kim Hogan, great comeback show last night. Yeah, and it was great night for a new era of E-Psych Radio. And I want to say...
I caught some of it.
Yeah, I caught about the first half hour before I got interrupted.
Yeah, I caught some of it this morning when I went up to... you know, I couldn't listen live or anything, so I caught what I could on YouTube on the replay. But before that, the week before that, you know, we did Fukushima. I mean, that was
I did. That was a diamond show. That was really an awesome show we did. Thanks for just taking part in that with me. And that was a good return for you and me doing a show together. But then the follow-up week, just to bring back E-Psych, I had to do a whole new advertisement. I decided to do a totally different intro that you had on the Spreaker stuff that you have there, Lee, because I didn't want to annoy anyone with stuff that you previously done, because I decided that radio is just going to be the way I do things.
I love annoying everybody with stuff I've previously done. That's why I keep doing radio.
You can get away with it. You're the mouth. Everybody loves you. So I'm just getting my credibility back after 4 years of mental hell. So, yeah, it's just getting to that point, you know, where things are just in sequence with me. I'm still...
Like I told you on the show, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you're like me, man. We have a lot in common. I overthink everything I'm doing when it comes to radio. But also, you know, when it comes to radio, you have to make it your own. Otherwise, then, you know, I don't know the word for it, but you got to dominate it. You got to control it.
You have to control it. You have to be unique. You have to consider your life like being a mutant with no powers. And elimination, that's sort of what it is. Huh? That's sort of what it is. That's kind of... Because with the life, and like the way it is...
It's kind of a tie-in. I just want to say this because, like I said, I don't know if I brought this up to you, but, you know, the Age of Apocalypse movie is one thing, the X-Men movie. But, you know, just the comics where this dude would come in and be like, I want to give you something that's going to make you better. And I'm going to give you powers. Even though he was evil as shit, you know, that's kind of what you got to do. You got to kind of take what you have, and when you can spread it to somebody else, you know, spread it to somebody else and let them know.
One thing I did take in my spiritual life previously is belief affects behavior. If I were to tell myself that those pills I take are power pellets or sensual beings from Dragon Ball Z, I take off with that thought and I make up my mind, and my mind's chemically on trail, online, addressed, and ready to go for the day, man. So I'm medicated, but, you know, it's not like I let anything at the moment have gotten to the control mechanism of I'm out of it. No, I am in control. And that is the best part. Because they try to say the ones who are sociopaths are the ones that want to be in control. Well, when you've been someone who's been experimenting on like a fucking voodoo doll in 2013 and all your life you don't know what being in control is, how's that being a sociopath? That's me. I'm on the path of being a human. So, if rediscovering my humanity is like controlling my own self, if that's a sociopath, I'm fucking guilty, man.
No. That doesn't make you a sociopath, son. That makes you an anarchist. You're not out there trying to rule anybody else. You're not out there trying to rule anybody else. You're trying to rule Big E. That makes you an anarchist. That doesn't make you a sociopath, man. Because you're not out trying. You have no desire to rule anyone else, correct?
Heck, man, I want to bring freedom back to others by knowing what my experiences were like.
Bam.
Mentioned. Sorry.
Yeah, my thing, real quick, I just want to point this out is that, you know, whoever it was would always tell me, you know, hey, you know, joking about, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. And these are the same people that do the shit that they do every fucking day, calling me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm looking at them as. Fucking, not only crazy, but fucking brain dead. Like, beyond brain dead. You can pay your bills and your taxes, but you don't know shit about nothing else. And that's fucking pathetic. Just like when David Rockefeller died.
Oh,
when that shit was going
on your wall.
I'm saying, when it was going through their news feed, the only thing that triggered in their mind was Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z. You know, they know that, but they don't know why he named his record label that. And that's what I'm saying. You're not out of the norm, man. You just gotta figure out what you want to do and focus on that. I told you this 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I told you this on past shows throughout the years. Just like I'm trying to do myself. I'm trying to focus on how I can be a better person and also be better at this, at doing radio, and trying to not necessarily wake people up, but somebody's got to fucking do it. You know, somebody's got to do this.
It's like it's like doing garbage detail for a living. You got to do something to help in society, like a form of mental recycling. You know, you're taking up the spam off the ground or out of the minds of people, and you just say, "Hey, man, this is what I'm doing." Like recently, this is what I've been doing lately. Before, like when I went on my little hiatus for a while, I met up with some local journalists in the area. Right? Now, this is one thing I definitely want to show to the public. I'm not going to reveal him quite yet. I'm not going to talk about him or anything. I mean, I think he's kind of like looking into me. But here's what happened. I'm going to say this. I mentioned when I first got involved with Coalition, when I first met Lee for the first time, way back when, I had journalists looking into me when I lived in Ferndale. Okay? This is when I wasn't medicated, because I was trying to see off medication. Like, you ever see the documentary Super Size Me? Like, how many freaking fast food...
I saw the Super High Me one, where he smoked all that weed for a month. That was awesome. Doug is fucking cool as fuck.
I'm so short. You know what the guy did at the end of Super Size Me? Okay? He got so freaking fat and filled with sugar, he looked like a sugar plum blump. Or whatever the heck. Well, my experiment with no meds was, how much of a threat would I really be with no meds? Because I was always told things, but I always knew instinctively better. Am I really going to get dangerous? Or is all I'm going to do is act crazy, but be a threat to no one? So I wanted to debunk the conspiracy theory within myself. Come to find out, all I did was say things, go in the community, talk shit, act weird, and I wasn't the type to run inside a movie and say, fire! No, I never did that shit. I just knew what I could do and knew what I couldn't do, and I still got locked up 4 fucking times. I'm doing nothing. It's like acting crazy and talking shit and being conspiratorial at the same damn time. Instead of the cardboard box living under guy in the ghetto, I was the guy living in the attic. But I did nothing dangerous. But still.
Well,
what happened with it?
On the flip side.
It was like the super insane experience.
No, I'm saying, I just want to say on the flip side of that, my entire career doing radio, it's not really a career because it's not my job, but my entire career I've been unmedicated. The only medication I've been medicating myself with is weed and alcohol throughout these last 5-6 years. So if I was medicated, who's to say things would be, I don't know, but that's something I've dealt with too. People are like, man, you need to talk to somebody. And then when people are going through shit, you know, I try to be the best I can to help people out, but I don't need any of their fucking medicine,
I love when people say, man, you need to talk to somebody, Lee. Oh, please, do you have a friend? Recommend me to someone, please. Oh, thank you. Because I'm that type of prick that will go into a psychiatrist's office, and I have done this, because after the divorce and when my dad died, you know, everybody knows I kind of really lost it. And so this is not something I've told everybody, but you know, I did go see a psychiatrist once, and I couldn't help but fuck with them. It's just like ingrained into me to sit and tease them and fuck with them as much as possible. And I want to see that eyebrow raise, you know? Just so I can turn and go, I got you. That's funny as fuck. And then roll on the floor in front of them laughing while I'm pointing in a symbolic gesture. Because I'm that much of a dick, and that's what happened. You know, I just don't have that bone in me to be nice about shit anymore. Okay, I think the ex-wife might have taken it or something. Maybe it's coming back. You never know. But you know, when it comes to stuff like that, there is nothing that these book jockeys are gonna fucking tell me that is going to improve my life. It's going to make anything better. It's going to make all the pain go away. You know, I could sit here and tell you nice things about yourself tomorrow, Dennis Ford, all day long, one side and down the other. And it's not going to make any of the problems go away. It's not going to make it stop. Is that going to all of a sudden erase the past? No, it isn't. Yeah, and so I find psychiatry in itself to be fucking stupid. You know, go right ahead,
I just want to point this out because I have a good friend of mine that I grew up with. You know,
I gotta say something.
Wait, hang on. Go ahead, Dan.
I grew up with this individual, and you know, she's studying psychology, and all of a sudden she's a fucking expert on human personalities and how people do what they do and how they react to situations. I'm like, well, if you really want to be serious and you really want to understand it, you would have been in tune with all this shit a long time ago. You don't need to read a textbook and have them give you the degree where all of a sudden you're an expert on how you can read people's personalities and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, man, I studied serial killers, not because I was interested in what they were doing, because psychologically these people are disturbed. And to me, that was something I looked into. But like I said, I had this friend, you know, and she's not the only one. There's multiple people out there that study psychology. And again, I don't give a shit if you study it for 40 fucking years. You're never going to be able to comprehend the human mind. Everybody's different. We're all unique. Not just on our physical appearance, but our mental states. That's
like a man coming out on television tomorrow and go, you know what? I got women figured out. Because it don't happen. You're not going to figure out women any more than women are going to figure out men, and no one out there is going to fucking, well, you know, such and such is this way because, well, blah, 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 blah. How do you know? Was you their life? Did you go through what they did? Oh, no, you just read it in a book in some fucking dummy-ass, liberal-ass fucking university. Oh, that's great. Well, so many feels. Little golf clap, kids. Oh, yes.
Not to mention, you have to make an appointment and go talk to these people. You have to pay for their fucking time so they can diagnose you with something. And again, give you pills. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but as long as I've been alive, hey, these commercials, here, let's look at this guy riding a bike while we tell you how this shit is going to destroy everything else, but it'll help you. It'll help you. You'll have to take all these other pills on top of it just so you can function because we love you.
Help you in a wheelchair.
We want to help you. You know? And they remind me of the opium epidemic here in the United States. You know, people with their medications.
They trotted Captain fucking Diabetes out to fucking talk about it. No, kids, I'm not talking about Wilford Brimley. Captain Diabetes is actually Chris Christie, governor of New York, because that motherfucker is a glazed donut away from full-blown insulin shock. Okay? That motherfucker. Oh, good God. No, so they're trotting his fucking bloated fucking carcass out. I swear to Christ. They, like, wheeled him out to every interview on a fucking dually. You know, some motherfuckers got a little fucking handheld dolly fucking wheeling him out to places because he is so fucking rotund, his pussy sags. And he's out there, he's the guy, this is Mr. People who smoke marijuana are bad, fucking chiming right in with Jeff Sessions fucking, no, we want to protect people from opioid abuse because their lives are not, you know, to be thrown away. We can't throw them away. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you want to throw everybody that smokes cannabis, a natural plant that comes out of the ground that has medicinal qualities, into a fucking cage, but you know that's not throwing them away. No, Fuck your fat ass, you fucking stupid pussy ass fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go as soon as I point this out because, I helped my father, and my father was going to a pain doctor and physical therapy, and they were giving him, opiates, pain medication, which whatever, I was trying to help him out or whatever. So we decided to go, and every once in a while they would piss test him. Oh, we need you to pee in a cup. Make sure you're not taking any other drugs because we can't give you this drug. It's possibly going to be worse than any of those, but we had to check. So he pissed in a cup, and he had weed in his system, and they were like, whoa, we can't give you this medication. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're not going to give him synthetic heroin because he was smoking weed. And I laughed so fucking hard. I was like, you know what? We're going to go home and smoke a fucking joint and fuck everybody in this fucking office and fuck your fucking degrees on the wall, you piece of fucking shit. Who the fuck do you fucking think you are?
You know?
Do you rather have him on a medication where if he can't get it, you want him to jump right over to heroin, but smoking weed? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. We can't give him this pain medication.
Hey, as somebody who's done heroin and smoked weed in the same night, guess what? Didn't fucking die. Yep.
It blew my fucking mind, man. They were like, we can't give him this medication.
That's fucking incredible.
Because he has THC in his system, and I just laughed at her. I looked right in her face and I laughed. I was like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me right now? And she was like, no, it's any kind of narcotics. And I was like, weed is not a fucking narcotic, you dumb bitch.
It's not.
It's not a drug, you stupid motherfucker. The shit you're trying to give me is a fucking drug. But we went to school. We're educated. We went to college for fucking blah, blah, blah. Fuck you.
You're a fucking idiot.
Place down.
How can you even call... No. I don't understand this, and I still have good friends that call weed a drug. It drives me up the fucking wall, and we're going to let you go. We're going to let you get going here and say your piece, but how anybody can even call weed a drug? Drugs are processed things. You've got to do some shit to something to make a drug, okay? If it just grows, it's not a drug. That's nature, motherfucker, okay? They have diluted that line so fucking badly, man, that it's ridiculous. It's just retarded.
You saw that story I posted earlier from, whatever that, Anti-Media or whatever that was. People where, even in the states that marijuana is legal, you'll see a decline in opiates. That's the last thing they fucking
23%.
They want you on them fucking painkillers. So you can fucking overdose.
I posted, you're right, Dennis. So I posted 2 stories about that today. Big E, you're hit, man. Go right ahead.
Oh, man. Well, before I have to jump off, I actually have my psychiatry appointment.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm going to actually have to be the first one there, so I got to get some fucking sleep. Because I'm keeping the whole damn house out being helping you guys. Oh, man, I wish I
that's what we do. We keep everybody up all night.
I could actually hear my neighbor up somewhere. The dogs barked a few times while we were laughing up in here because I could hear them below us. Holy shit, 90 dogs of hell. That's a little dog named Browline down there. Browline, actually. But no,
I don't know, maybe I do need to see a psychiatrist because obviously I'm damaged. I'm broken.
No, you just need to have more fun in your life. Come on, it's $90 an hour. It's all. Go ahead, E.
Doesn't came. Anyway, so that was a joke that Jenga Pumpkin played on me. Jenga was pumpkin. Anyway, that was back. Chuck's gonna bring it up Friday. Watch. He's gonna hear this and he's oh god, I can't believe you mentioned that again. Well, I don't care. It was funny as fuck. Anyway, yeah. So basically, they do everything. Lines, meanings. There's so many lines that are diluted in scripts and nations and tongues. It's a wonder. Hell, man, where do we get this from? Tower Records? No, it's Mystery Babylon we're fucking in. I don't care what book you believe in or not. One is, we have so many lines thrown out there, so many phrases with names and under different guises. I swear there's a line of code.
Yeah, words used to mean things.
Like a fucking code for everybody, both cocaine, liquid, from the brothers to the caffeine to holy shit. Can't beat the real thing. Well, guess what? We are the real thing. We're fucking people. We're human beings. We have a right to be treated as such, and we want to be fair. I don't give a fuck what color we are. Does it matter if Jesus was black or white? Does it matter if he was an evolution or creation? Survey says, no. What matters is us. Last Voice of Liberty, East Side Tuesday nights.
You know
Right on.
it,
Thank you, E, for calling in, man.
9 p.m. EST. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do this Tuesday, but hopefully I'll find out. Hope I don't get carted away by it tomorrow.
Hey, that's the fun part about life, man. You know, I never know if somebody's going to show up, and I never know if somebody's going to show up and shoot me tomorrow. So you know, you got that.
I had a crossbar fired at me once, but nevertheless, good night, guys. I kept everybody up enough. I gotta roll.
All right, man. Thanks, Big E, man. Big E, Tuesday nights right here on the Last Voice for Liberty Network, man. Make sure you're tuning in. Dennis was there a couple weeks ago. I've been on the show. Kim Hogan was just there just yesterday. I keep getting confused. Looking at the screen saying Wednesday night, what the fuck? And it really is Wednesday. So,
All right, peace.
All right, thanks, brother. Well, Dennis, you know, coming up at the top of the hour, we got our good friends Trip and Zach getting ready to kick out post-politics.
No, they've already been live for like an hour. Been live for like 40 minutes.
God damn it.
But yeah, that's fine. You know, we got to get out of here too. I might call in for a few. If you're not doing shit, go ahead and call in and.
Well, you know, somebody's got to harass these guys, so it might as well be the illustrious tag team champions of talk radio. You know.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me a few minutes because I got to run down the street and I'll be back.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You know, when they come back for break.
I'll tell you what.
You know.
We'll kick this off here. Give a couple final thoughts. We'll close out with some music, and then you call me on this line, and we'll call both of them. We'll call them with both of us at the same time, because then they've got the tag champs, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's fun about that.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to be doing that before 10 or around 10 o'clock. But yeah, man, as far as like wrapping up the show and like final thoughts and shit like that, you know, it's just like I was telling you, man. It's hard to fucking trust people, man. It's fucking hard to invest yourself in understanding that certain people may have your best interest in mind, because we're dealing with so many avenues of just people exploiting us and taking advantage of all of us, not just me personally, but all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm fucking fed up, man. I'm fucking tired of it. I don't know what to do. There's never enough money. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go to the fucking store, something's going. I remember I used to be able to get a fucking Snickers bar for like 50 cents. Shit is almost $2 now here in Virginia.
Yeah. It's $2 here. You could get
fucking good.
You could get a candy bar and a fucking thing of milk, you know, for less than $1. You know, and then you could go spend your other $1 that your mom gave you on the video games that used to be in the gas station, and you would sit there and you eat your little fucking candies and fucking drink your milk, and fucking things would be good. You spent the whole fucking day there. Remember that?
You get to a point where it's like, you know what? I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, because I don't have any plans for tomorrow. I haven't planned out or mapped out anything, because I don't have any fucking savings, because I'm getting raped on a fucking daily basis.
You know,
just trying to survive. You know, even if you're eating ramen noodles for a whole fucking month, I mean, that's a chunk of income that's going to come out of whatever you have. And it's not the best fucking food. I don't recommend anybody eat that.
Nope.
But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to fucking survive. And that's fucking sad, man. That's fucking terrible. That shouldn't be the situation. And it reminds me of payday. You know what I'm saying? Eventually we're going to get payday on. I don't know when it's going to happen. But if they really gave a shit, they would abolish poverty. They would get rid of it. You know, I was just thinking that, you know, the other day when I was listening to that song, they would abolish that shit if they really gave a shit about any of us. You know, it wouldn't be a subject. And also, the same thing with, you know, all the horrors, all the shit that we report on, all the things that we let people know about. If they really cared, man, that shit wouldn't be going on. But, you know, you're dealing with, hopefully these people are medicated. I hope these people in government are medicated.
There's got to be something fucking wrong with them.
If they're not, I don't know what the fuck would be going on.
You know, there's another good point. I mean, they must all be on meth, because that's the only drug that really fucked me up real bad in my life, was doing methamphetamines. And so I just can't see any other logical outcome for them on any other drug. I just can't. I mean, I even maybe pills. I don't know, but I don't do pills. I never was a big pill guy. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me.
Well, here's my point. Even when I had money, I had a little bit of money, still wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I was still trying to tie up loose ends and shit, and then when that was gone, I was like, you're talking to somebody who works every fucking day, and I'm broke. I mean, fucking broke. That's fucking terrible.
I had to fucking get a couple bucks, borrowed to me earlier this week, so I could eat. And I don't eat. Okay, I eat like maybe once or twice a day, maybe. Because I just don't get hungry. I've got ulcers and stuff wrong with me. So, I can live on $20 a week. It's just, it gets hairy when you go out and working all the fucking time. You expend that energy, you got to replace it. So,
yeah, I know. Trust me.
Here we are. Here we are in this fucking world where now all of a sudden you work 7 days a week and you still have to borrow money to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, even when I had a fucking job, you know what I'm saying? It's never fucking enough, man. It's never enough to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be wealthy. I don't need to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. But this shit right here is like, I don't even know what category to put it in. I'm not middle class. I'm probably the brokest motherfucker you ever met.
It gets into a new class. So, it's not even the just getting by class. It's the, holy fuck, how did this happen?
It's fucking broke, man.
Oh, I've been down there.
That's sad, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit because, for many years I was able to avoid it because I had a personality and whatever to where I could avoid that being part of the situation. But essentially, that's what people, if you don't have money, nobody really gives a shit. But my point is, to wrap this all up and wrap up the show here is that, again, like I've been telling you, man, it'll be like 6 months. I'll go to the store, I'll buy some beer or something, the shit'll be whatever. I'll come back 6 months later, the shit's like another $1 more. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, why is this more money, and I don't even have the money to fucking buy it in the first place, but you assholes decided to raise it up on us because people are going to fucking buy it. So then I got to go to the cheaper section.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the cheap section where there's nothing cheap in there.
Nope.
There's no cheap beer in that section.
Nope.
So
it's like the beer. It's like the beer that you usually drink. All of a sudden goes up to another $1, and so you try to go to the cheaper section, and it's the same fucking price. It's like, wait a minute, motherfuckers, this beer is shit. I drink the good beer because I like the good beer. I can understand the good beer going up $1. How come the shit beer goes up $1 too? Oh, because it's all
I don't get that.
It's all a matter of keeping you down.
Like I said, we talked about this not too long ago. The Milwaukee's Best, right? Again, for $5, $6, I mean, you can get a 12-pack. Shit's like $8 here in Virginia. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? That's, you know what I'm saying?
That shit is shit.
And you want $8 fucking for it?
It's really bad.
I ought to beat the shit out of everybody.
I mean, now, everybody, I've been known, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll drink a fucking piss-warm fucking beer straight up, and I really don't care.
That's not what I'm saying.
Everybody knows this. No, Milwaukee's Best is not a beer. That's shit. That's like literally opening up a can of someone else's diarrhea. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like two hobos
sit around a room and be like, dude, we ain't got much money. We're not gonna be able to afford a Coors Light or anything expensive. So let's just get some Milwaukee's Best and we'll share it.
Let's bust up the beast.
That's not even an option anymore.
No, it ain't.
Because that shit's almost $10 a 12-pack at this point.
It's ridiculous. They keep gouging on everything. And it's not just beer, kids, man. It's on fucking candy bars, like Dennis said. It's on fucking milk, like I was talking about. It's on every fucking single thing you buy. Remember when you used to be able to get a fucking apple for $0.25 at the store? Shit.
Yeah, but they're not raising your fucking income. I know that.
That's for damn sure. They're actually passing laws in this state to prevent that. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. So
it's fucked all the way around, kids. Yeah. We're gonna get out of here.
Just give me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta run up here, do something. I'll be right back. And like I said, before 10, I'll definitely give you a ring, and we'll trip.
We'll fucking powerbomb them with some fucking tag team champion style fucking talk radio, and hopefully I'll try and use a little bit less foul language because I've been cussing a lot. That whole child trafficking thing, it gets my fucking blood pressure up.
It should aggravate you. It should.
Well, fuck, I red chest pains.
People to get them pissed off, and I don't even want to get back into it. But like I said, just give me a few minutes. I'll call you probably 5 or 6 minutes till 10, and we'll go from there. Anybody listening, thank you for tuning in. We'll definitely be back Friday night, and
that's right.
Yeah, we're probably going to jump over to this other show, Post Politics with Trip and Zach, which is actually one of the best shows out there, in my opinion. So
second to ours.
There, you're more than welcome. J-Rev Radio.
It's one of the best shows out there, second to the Friday Night Super Show. I'll give it that. Because that is the best show out there.
But that's just like your opinion, man.
Every now and then I gotta let my ego grow. Makes my penis feel better.
Alright, well, I'll call you in a little bit. And if anything, thank you for the show here tonight, Lee. And
brother.
Like I said, as soon as I get back, I'll hit you up.
All right, man. Well, kids, you got it, brother. There's Mr. Friday Night Dennis Ford. You can look forward to hearing him once again coming up this Friday on the Friday Night Super Show. The number one Friday night show out there. Everybody wants to be a part of it. Everybody's going to be a part of it. This week, we've got Carmine Savastano, an exceptional author, researcher, and the guy's just brilliant. I mean, he really is. I've checked him out on Chuck's shows. Chuck Ocelli, by the way, is also going to be joining us in the second hour. But I've checked him out on Chuck's shows. I've read up on his website earlier today, and have been for a while because I've been trying to get him on, and want to have some good questions for the guy. I mean, come on, shit. When you're interviewing somebody, that's what you do. But we're going to have them on this week. Des Marie's going to keep on joining us. We've got other people coming up. We're booked almost for the next, up until June, kids. It's going to be great. Great radio that we keep trying to bring you every summer, on the Friday Night Super Show. And like we try to bring you every day on the Last Voice for Liberty Network. We've got openings for hosts. If you've dedicated, man, if you got something to say, if you think you can do it at all, not better than us or better than anybody else, just do it at all, man. Get a hold of me. I'll give you a shot. That's what this is all about, is speaking your voice. That's why we do these little impromptu shows. Not just because we're drunk and egotistical. I mean, that does kind of enter into it with me, but because it needs to be heard. It needs to be said. If you think that you can say it, if you think you want to say it, you want to be that person that gets out there and says it, then by all means, get with us, man. I'll give you a voice. I'll give you a platform. It's not that hard. It doesn't take rocket appliances, kids. But until then, man, you need to open your eyes and open your ears to what's going on around you, all right? You really need to take a big, strong look. Take a step back. Unfuck yourselves. And look at what's really going on with this stuff. And it only takes very minimal education to figure this stuff out. I know they didn't give it to you already in your indoctrination centers. But really, in the end, that's all it takes. I hope you're all listening now, and I really thank you all for being a part of this Wednesday night What the Fuck First right here on the Last Voice for Liberty Network. For Dennis Ford, myself, Big E. Check him out on Tuesdays. I'm the mouth. you still want to hear us talk some shit, join us here in a little bit on J-Rev Radio with my bros Trippin', Zach, and we out, babies. Thank you.
Just kidding.